Now we're going back into Revelation. Let's head back to Revelation and get into Revelation chapter 4. And you can go ahead and read Revelation chapter 4 and push pause. Now also, Isaiah chapter 6 and Ezekiel chapter 1 have these same 4 seraphim. You notice there's 4 seraphim that are flying around the throne of God. Well, people try to say they're not the same. They are the same. Why? Because they're saying the same thing. The ones in Isaiah are saying what? Holy, 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 the Lord God Almighty. What is he saying in Revelation? Holy, 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 Lord God Almighty. Saying the same thing he was saying in Isaiah chapter 6. It's too much of a coincidence that there's 4 of them, just like there is in Isaiah. Now, there is a little bit of difference. In Isaiah, they covered their face with their wings, so you couldn't see who they were. In Ezekiel, you could see their faces, but each of them had 4 faces. But they had 6 wings, or 4 wings instead of 6. Now you notice there are little various differences between these beasts in these different time periods. I know there is a reason. Do I know the reason? No, I don't. I just know there is a reason why they're hiding their face from Isaiah, and why in Ezekiel they don't have as many wings, and why they have 4 faces instead of 1. They're the same creatures, but they have differences, and there's reasons for their differences. Maybe one day the Lord will show me, or I'll go into an in-depth study, and I'll actually figure out what the reason is for these differences. So what are these 4 beasts? As far as we know, they're seraphim, and that's about all I can figure out. Alright, there's 24 thrones. That's the differences. Now, there's 24 thrones and 24 elders. A lot of people believe that this was the rapture, and the rapture is the 24 elders are on 24 thrones, and they are the raptured saints. It is possible that this is correct. I have a little bit different view on that. Alright. Go ahead and you can read chapter 5 and you can push pause. And then chapter 5 we have the book, the scroll. See, they didn't have books back then. So when you say the book of life, they didn't have books. It was a big scroll. It was a scroll of life. So you have a scroll that's sealed with 7 seals. What's 7 seals? It means it has been perfectly sealed. That's what 7 seals means. And only something perfect can break the seal. And so he cries because no one was found worthy, but then Jesus came along and Jesus was found worthy to open the scroll. Now what is the significance of this? That's where we're at. That's the big question. What's the significance of this? Here's what happened. If I sold you a piece of land, we would write 3 copies of the title. We would write 3 copies of the title. One of the copies, we would roll it up and we would seal it. And then on the back, we would write the name of the person who is able to break the seal, or the name of the witnesses. But only a kinsman redeemer would have the right to break the seal, or someone when it's time. Now, when the year of Jubilee comes along, all the land has to be returned to the family or the tribe in which it was came. This was how God kept other tribes from taking over other tribes. God gave the allotted land to Israel. Judah got this much, Ephraim got this much, the tribe of Issachar got that much, and this kept Judah from taking all of Issachar's land. Is when the year of Jubilee came along, all of the land that had been sold to other tribes automatically went back to those tribes. And even out of the families that had been sold. Your land in your family would always stay in your family. You would sell it, you could sell it right now. But when the year of Jubilee came, it would return to your family, the land. Now, this is what the thing is. We had a scroll. It was time for the year of Jubilee, but no one was found worthy to open the scroll and reclaim the land. Reclaim what was in it. The slave. Whatever is written in that scroll. No one was worthy to open it and reclaim it. And that's why John cried so hard. Because that scroll contains the book of life, the eternal inheritance. And if no one was worthy to open it, then no one would have been able to make the claim. And Jesus was worthy to open it, so Jesus broke the seal, opened the scroll, and he made the claim on our souls and made the claim on the kingdom of heaven. And it was also useful for a dispute. So there's a good message in that, if you can find the message. I haven't been able to grab a hold of it completely, but it sounds pretty good so far. So